Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Paul from Vintage Sports Card Finds. I just wanted to touch base on some of the recent pickups I made for vintage baseball. Some 52s that I picked up. This one's not in too bad a shape. It's not in great shape by any stretch, but not bad for 1952. Rough corners, but no paper loss or anything like that. Some staining to be expected with some 52 cards. I always try to pick up 52s if I can, here and there, to someday, potentially, in a dream sequence, I may be able to put a semblance of a 52 set together. This one here, Robin Roberts, really rough shape. You can see the creases in this one. So this is the lesser of the two 52s. But I picked these up for a song for what 52s? I think I paid like $2-3 for these cards. So I was happy with that. When I can pick up 52s for $2 or $3, even in less than great shape, I'll take it. Then along with this lot came this card. I don't know if I need these for my 65, but Felipe Alou. The other benefit of these was that they could potentially be upgrades for cards I may already have. So, because that's in really nice shape. I took these out of the holders that they came in just so you could get a better, clearer view of what the cards look like. Tony Oliva rookie. I believe this is his rookie. Again, fairly inexpensive. It was part of a full lot. I think I might have paid... I'm drawing a blank because this was last week. But $40 or $50 for the whole lot. So I was really stoked, mainly because of the conditions of the cards that I'm about to show you. The Tony Oliva really looks nice. Maybe an upgrade to the one I have, if I have it at all. I think I do, but from that 65 set, but I'm not positive. Then there was some 1960 cards. This one here, the Cubs card. I had a feeling this card might be, a bigger deal because it's an unmarked checklist. So always a fan of that. And it's a 7th series checklist. So it's a high number card. I know that some sets in the 60s, the high numbers are incredibly difficult. Some not so much. But I was pretty sure that this being an unmarked checklist from the 60s could be, especially a later series, a last series really checklist, I thought was a really good pickup in that group. Also from 1960 was this Nellie Fox. Again, in fairly nice condition, probably like a 4 or 5, maybe a little bit better. The centering is nice on this card, has some touches on the corners, but other than that, the condition is strong. And I was really happy to pick that one up. And then this one, I took out of the holder, but I put the holder that it came in was a one-touch, but I put it in this one because I didn't want to screw with this card. It's so nice. This 69 Bob Gibson. When I took this card out, I couldn't believe there wasn't even a slightly dinged corner. The card is decently centered. There's obviously more border on this side on the left than on the right. But top to bottom is pretty decent. Looks very close to 50-50. Didn't see any creases in the card. It was just crisp. Looked like it had been pulled out of a pack yesterday. Card number 200, this Bob Gibson, just stunner. If I have a Bob Gibson from 69, which probably do, you know, it's not an overly expensive card. But in this condition, it could be, you know, this could be a $40 card by itself, you know, raw. In this kind of condition. So what I did when I picked up this lot was I kind of, if I had to dump these cards quick type of deal, what would be my, the comps on eBay for cards that are, soft. What's the soft price on those? So I went towards the lower end of the average. Not the ridiculous outliers, but, you know, the lower end of the average. And they averaged, so retail, I came up with a figure of $70 is what. And I think I offered him either 35, which was half, or 45. I think it was 45, and then I paid 50. Because he was like, well, can you come up a little bit? And one of the main reasons I did was because of this Bob Gibson. It was just so nice, so crisp. This card would be worthy of grading. You know, I know a lot of people grade vintage just to have the card graded. Certainly makes a lot of sense to me. If you've got cards from the 60s or 50s of Hall of Fame players, it makes a lot of sense to have them graded, protected, etc. But, you know, a lot of those cards come back 3s, 4s, and 5s, and occasional 6. But this card, in the condition that it's in, I think would have a legit chance at a 7. Which is hard for cards in the 60s. You know what I mean? You just don't normally find them in that type of condition with good enough centering where it'll get you a 7. I mean, I've seen people pull 7s all the time on reveal videos and that sort of thing, but it's much harder. We all know that. It's, you know, when you're dealing with vintage from the 50s and 60s, you're probably more often than not dealing with 4s, 5s, and 6s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So and then an occasional 7 pops in. And a lot of times, at least from the videos I've watched, a lot of times it might be commons that get the 7. You know, or the 8s. But to pull a star card that still looks like this was awesome. So I was really excited to get that one. Well, that's it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the cards and what, you know, kind of where you would have lived on these. Again, feel free to subscribe. It's 100% free. We don't ask for anything in return for your subscription, except to hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is released. And as always, I'm going to go through these cards and I'm going to see which ones I need and don't need for my own personal sets. And after that, you can always check out the link in the description for the eBay store, as the stuff will be posted. And available for sale. Anything I don't need, that's where it ends up. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Thanks, guys.